All right, welcome again. It's Big O here. Today, I'm glad to have you. Thank you for supporting and continue watching my videos. Um, Today, I want to do a little part of my healthy cooking. I'm going to show you how I make my greens because every day I have greens in my meal. I don't care what I'm eating, I'm going to have greens because it's a very important part of the nutrients and vitamins I put in my body as I try to maintain and keep my diabetes in control, keep my insulin level low, keep my blood sugar from spiking. Greens is a very, very critical part of it. So no matter what I cook, this is going to be in it. Today I'm planning to eat some steak, some beans, but I get my greens. So I'm going to work on my greens. Just give you a quick idea. Anybody could cook greens. I mean, it's not a big deal to cook greens. But just show you how I do mine, all right? I'm just going to cut it up, wash them, and then get them done. It takes about 3 minutes to cook my greens. That's how I do it, okay? And then I cook my steak, and I have my beans already cooked, so I'm almost ready to go. Not much to my meal today, very simple. But the main focus today is to show you how much greens I put. And I rotate the greens. So I use about 12 different greens over a period of time. But for every meal, I do about 4 or 5 together. And I rotate them so the taste will change and the flavor will change. So not eating the same thing all the time. So I kind of rotate. Some I have cabbage, some I don't have cabbage, and so on, right? So today you'll see what I have, okay? All right, so today I'm going to be cooking. I'm going to do some bok choy or pak choy. In the Caribbean, they call it pak choy. In the US, they call it bok choy. See, it's bok choy I'm putting in there. Bok choy. And you have some kale. I'm going to do some kale. I have 2 bundles of kales. Some kale. Then I have some colored greens. It's colored greens. See that there? It's colored greens. Have that. Then I'm going to do some beet. The beet leaves. I use the beet leaves. You can buy the leaf by itself, or you can get, when you buy the beets, if you get good leaf like this, you can use these too. And these are very salted, so they help with limiting salt. I'm going to put some celery sticks in there also, in big chunks. Just edible chunks, not too small. And then I'll drop some carrots in there, and I'll drop some spinach in there, the baby spinach. Right. So this is going to be my combination of greens for today. What I'll do, I wash these because you have sand in some of these things because they grow so low to the ground. So I'm going to wash these and then cut them up and get my pot ready. And I'll show you my 3 minutes to cook my greens. All right, so my greens are well washed, nice and clean. My wife is pretty busy today, so I have to do it by myself today. So I'm not gonna show you every detail, but I'll be cutting this up now in small chunks. It looks like a lot, but it's gonna simmer right down when I cook it to half of that size. So I'm just cut them up now, and you have to wash them carefully because a lot of sand in the roots. I separate them like this. See, I separate my bok choy in pieces like this because a lot of sand is between it. So compact together. So I'm gonna cut it up now and get it ready to cook. All right, so I'm getting my pot ready. I like my pot really, really hot when I'm gonna do the greens. I put some onion and a couple peppers in there. No real reason for that. Just to know how my oil is ready. Make sure my oil really, really hot. I can see the onions scorching. And I will put my carrots in first for a minute. But I don't want the carrot to cook too much because carrot has a lot of sugar in it. And cooked carrot increases the sugar content. So I don't really want my carrot to cook too much, just a little. But I put them in at the bottom of the pot first like that. And then I'll put the greens on top of it. And I wouldn't stir it for a little bit. So now I'm gonna dump some greens in there. You see how big the pot is? It's a huge pot. And that way I can put a lot of greens in there and spread it out. and give it a chance to simmer in. And so it's a pretty big pot, and I have the pot really hot. I like it really, really hot. So, see, I'm doing this by myself today. I can't hold the camera straight in. My wife is so busy today, but I wanted to do this video while I was cooking this. I wasn't get a chance to do the same video again, so I decided to just go ahead and work it anyway. You still get to see what I'm doing. Right. So that's it. All that veg will fit in that pot. And there's a nice big cover here. My pot is my fire is on really high. I'm gonna cover that down and let it steam for about 2 minutes. And the carrots at the bottom, so they're gonna cook first. At least get the first of the heat. I don't want to cook too much. Then I'll open 2 minutes and stir it around and put a little salt and black pepper, and that's it. And it'll be ready to go. So it's been about a minute since I covered that down. And I'm gonna start give it the first toss. Steaming good. Get out the first toss down, and I'm going to toss that down and cover it again for another couple of minutes or so. So it should be ready soon in about 2 minutes. Alright, so this is done. It took longer than 3 minutes. I would say about 7 minutes. I forgot to mention that I don't put any water in here. It's just the hot pot with the oil in the bottom of the pot. And the reason for that is we're not really cooking it as like a colored greens steamed down to the fullest. We just want the vegetable, the greens, to be edible and green and almost raw, because we want all the nutrients and we want all the fiber, healthy fiber. We don't want to cook it down to where it's soggy and soft. So that's done. See? And it's not usual. Most people wouldn't do it like this, but this is how we do it for eating healthy, right? I would like to eat it raw, but we can't have a hard time tolerating it raw, eating while eating. So we just kind of let it cook halfway, remain green like that in the pot, and eat it like this. So a little different, but it tastes good, and the purpose of it is health. And a little bit of taste. I did put a little salt in there, a bare touch, and a black pepper, but that's it. But generally, this is how we cook it, and this is how we're gonna eat it. All right. So it's done. I turned the stove already. I just put this cover back on this, and I'll take out the pot in a second. Today I'm going to eat this with I'm cooking 3 pieces of beef. I wouldn't call it steak today, but 3 pieces of steak in a kind of way cooking at home here. So I'll have that with some beans today, and that should be a good meal for maintaining low blood sugar. Yeah. And keep my insulin down and getting all the protein and all the nutrients I need. All right. So again, this wouldn't take too long either. So all this food cooking really doesn't take long. I say 15-20 minutes and everything's ready, except the beans. I cook it already, and that took about 45 minutes. So, less than an hour and a half, and you have a nice little meal to eat here. But the whole idea today was to show you my greens. All right, so I'm gonna continue. Take his greens out of this pot now, put in a bowl, and then I'll come back when time to eat and share with you guys. And we see how this work out. Blessings. Yeah, so my meat is ready. I have some beets steaming back there. Meat is ready. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to put my food together and enjoy. Yes, smelling so good, looking good. Cooking in the pot till I can go outside and actually go on the grill and do grilling. For now, still stay inside. All right, so everything is done now. Soon time to eat now. See my greens? Now let me talk about the greens a little bit. It looked like raw food. Well, for this purpose, yes. Normally, sometimes I cook the greens down and put like maybe some meat in it and make it, cook it down, really cook it down. But for right now, that's not what I want. I want to eat almost raw greens and carrots and so on. And I want to get the full fiber out of this. I want to get the fiber for the benefit of filling myself and fasting. And then I cook, this is some lentil peas with black beans. And this could give me some carbs and some good fiber. And then my meat is here. That's a very simple meal today. That's it. Now this should be really good and shouldn't spike me too much. And I cook enough here so we can have this couple days. And this is designed as food that will allow me to fast. Because fasting is a very critical part of health. Fasting is as good as important as eating. You do them in equal proportion. I do 16 hours of fasting and the rest of the time in eating in between those other time. So I keep my eating between a certain amount of hours from morning to about 5 in the evening, and then I'm fasting with water and maybe coffee. But the key is eating the food in a way I get the full benefit of the food. That allows me to sustain myself in a fast. And when I eat, I might have a little bit of cheesecake today. Since I have all this fiber, I'm hoping the fiber will offset some of the sugar. I don't eat those things often, but every now and then I feel take a taste. I might do that today. So this is my meal. This is what I'm going to eat from. So my wife is busy, like I said already, and I'm going to wait for her to be available so she can eat with me. And we're going to have lunch today. All right, this looks really good. But you don't have to cook your greens like this, okay? You can cook your greens down as soft as you want it. I just want it like this. Just enough where it's not raw and crunching like a cow. But I'm still eating like a cow, but a little bit cooked down. But it's very nutritious like this. Very nutritious like this. And I get the full benefit of the greens doing it like this. Well, I'm about to eat now. I truly appreciate it and my wife is able to help me, because doing these videos by yourself is hard. But I really want to do this video today while I cook this food. But she is very busy today. So it makes me appreciate even more the support and the help I get making these videos with my wife. Because by myself today, man, I'm telling you, I catching my hell to do it right. But I really want to do it. So you see, here's my plate. It's my lentil and black beans, my steak, and my greens. That's it. I'm thinking to eat a piece of cheesecake today. All right? Because I'm thinking if I eat this, I know this is very good, and this might not spike me too much, so I could maybe sneak in the cheesecake. Like I said, I don't eat the cheesecake and things so often, but every now and then, I want to eat a piece of cake or something like this. I have to pick the right time to do it. So the right time is usually when eating with something that has a lot of fiber. So if you're going to take a chance with some sugar, it's best to do it when you have good fiber in your plate. Yeah. So since my plate have all this good fiber, I'm going to take a chance and eat a piece of cheesecake. Not too much. I see it's 2 small pieces. All right. Not too much. Yeah. Just for that taste today, And I think it's the best time to take that chance. So if you understand your food, when you could chance different things. You want to drink some soda. I don't drink it, but make sure you drink it when you eat something really good. Something that has a fiber. Something that doesn't have a lot of carbohydrates. You don't want to mix the high carb and sugar together. That's the problem. So since this plate is carbs in the beans, but the beans have so much fiber, and the fiber in the meat and everything, it should offset. So I think it's a good opportunity to take a chance and have the cheesecake. Now, I'm not 100% sure. That's the reason I'm doing the experimental video, and I want to do this video for this purpose. And I did. It's hard to do the way I'm doing it, but I want to do it because that's what I'm going to do, what I'm going to eat. And it's not easy to always get the opportunity to build this kind of content that I can share. So I took my blood sugar from this morning, before I eat here now, and I am starting off at around 94. This machine is rebooting itself, but as soon as I get it up, I will let you see the actual reading. But I'm pretty good because you usually stay under 100 most of the time these days because I'm eating so good and I'm really understanding my food better. The more I do this, is the more I understand the food. And the more I understand the food, is the better opportunity for me to share with you what I'm actually doing and what I'm eating. So the machine restarted on me. It took a while to come back up. I know what's going on with it today. But anyway, you can still see 99 is my last reading. That's the one I took just before I started eating, about to eat here. I know it's machine malfunctioning today. I can't get it to bring up individual items. But you see, I'm 99 actually. 99, I'm starting at 99, which is pretty good. I had breakfast this morning and I fasted, but not very long, about 4 hours. So my sugar is still under 100, you know, which is pretty good for me keeping it. So I hope this food continue on that good trend today, and I'll eat it, and I'll come back. I'll let you know. I woke up eating the greens like this. It's a little bit something you gotta get used to. But once you understand the benefit of it and the value in it, you come to learn to enjoy it like that. But again, if you, like I say, if you want to cook yours more, the most important is the combination and how it affects your blood sugar. That's the most important thing to live a good, healthy lifestyle as a diabetic. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and eat. I'll be back in an hour and a half and let you know how my blood sugar reading with this food and the 2 pieces of cheesecake. All right. Well, it's been an hour and a half since I had my beautiful steak and vegetable and was still able to eat my 2 little pieces of cheesecake. Well, that worked out good because after 1 hour and a half, I'm at 114. So that tells me if you want to sneak in a dessert or something sweet, you know, just for a change, a pace during a period of time, then make sure when you're doing that the portion is small and do it when you eat a lot of fiber. So with the amount of fiber I had in that plate, with all those greens, the beans, and the meat, the steak, there was a lot of fiber in there. So if you eat a small piece of treat, like a piece of cake or something, or a small thing of ice cream, a scoop of ice cream, eat it with, at that time, that fiber helps offset some of the sugar you're putting in, you know? So that's the best time to balance yourself to where you could have a dessert or have a little small sweet snack and doesn't affect your blood sugar, right? So this is what I wanted to show in this video is, can I eat that combination of food, which I kind of know that combination was a good combination, so I'm not overemphasizing that because I know the lentil beans, the greens, and the beef is together. I know it's not going to spike me too high because I did that kind of similar things before, and I know those food now. But then I added new there was the dessert to see if it's going to impact, and it did. It didn't. I mean, sorry, it didn't. You know, the impact was negative. It just didn't bother me. You know, after an hour and a half, I was way under the 140 that I wanted to be. You know, my machine keep restarting all the time. I have a problem with this thing keep restarting. You know, but the good thing about this machine is that when you do your test, it puts it to the internet, and even though your machine is having an issue, whatever, all your test results goes to the internet, so you can go online and log into the app and look at all your results anyway. So I do have all my results on the internet. Even sometimes this local machine might give a little trouble or something. I couldn't get the log up. But I do get my results on the internet. So this is a good thing about Livinggo, is that all your reports, it get uploaded to the internet and you can go straight to your doctor. So the doctor gets all these reports. So when I go for my annual, he has already have all my blood tests every day I've been doing all year long. So he can have a good feel for where I'm at and what I've been doing all year. So that's another good thing about these machines. I changed one before. Once I give trouble and they give me a new one. This one is kind of restarting after I do tests, and when I bring up the log, it's restarting. But it's still a very good product. It's a good product. It's the best product I have had so far for blood tests, and I will always use this one because it's accurate, and it takes the blood with very little blood. It takes the test with very little blood, and it's reliable, as far as the test results. I tried 3-4 times within the same 5 minutes, see if it can be different. Very no different. So it's pretty solid. I tested many times like that. So it's a really good product. And it just happened to be crashing right now. But if everything else, they'll give me another one easily, no problem. Software, how software go? I'm a software engineer, so I know, or used to be a software engineer. I know how that works. Anyway, blessings. Thank you for enjoying my simple meals and following me and understanding that how I'm able to maintain my blood sugar, and understand my goal is for you to do the same. For you to do the same. I am very passionate about helping with diabetes, and it's just my start. It's just my start of helping with diabetes. My blog, but as I go along, I'm trying to learn about different ways I can get more involved, whether it's community involvement, whether it's talking, any way I can get involved. I'm trying to get involved to just tell my story about reversing my diabetes and maintaining it and my weight through proper eating and combination eating. So I'm passionate about this, and I'm doing this with a purpose. A purpose. If I could save my life and save a few lives, because too many people die from diabetes when they didn't have to. Diabetes is not a death sentence. You can turn it around. And when you turn it around, everything else wrong in your body. And I know that. So that's why I feel so internally passionate about helping with that, and enlightening people. So I'm gonna keep doing this. Like my video, subscribe, so YouTube would make the video more available to more people. The more people is available to, is the more feedback I'm gonna get, and the more people I can help. And when I help somebody, you help them too, because you is the one who subscribe and you is the one who forward it out to help other people, And I really appreciate it. I thank you all very much. I really enjoy doing this. Every chance I get to make a video, I try to. All right. So come on back and check out more of my videos and see what I'm doing. And one day I'll improve my quality of my videos, get more sophisticated. But I don't have the time these days to learn how to use a good editing software and stuff. So I just give it to you all raw. I tape it. My wife tape it. I put it together, and boom, there it goes. That's it. As raw as it gets, But that's the best I can do for now. But one day I will figure. One day I get some time to learn a little bit more, or maybe get somebody else to do it. I have a team that does work for me, that does that kind of things. But I don't want to put my personal business in the work. This is my personal thing. I don't want to involve the guys in that. So I got to get somebody else to do it, or learn to do it myself. But anyway, thank you very much. Come on back. Blessings. All right. I'll talk to you.